Hey family, what's up? It's your girl Todd and I'm back with another video. So today's topic is going to be about emotions and your feelings. Or should I say how you feel? Because I feel like emotions is kind of somewhat of feelings. But yeah, I'm going to say that because I don't want to get it confused. But yeah, so I want to talk about the difference between emotions, going through the emotions, and how you truly feel deep inside. And honestly, Spirit had put this on my heart a couple of days ago to speak on this, but I kind of sat on it. And the more I sat on it, it seemed like I just kept getting more signs that, you know, arise that made me feel like, okay, this is something that Spirit wants me to talk about with the collective or with the world, whoever, you know, if you're not subscribed. Because if you are subscribed, you are part of the collective. But, anywho, um, so it got kind of deeper yesterday with the message that I got as far as the difference between your feelings and how you feel. When I say feelings, y'all, I'm gonna keep trying to say emotions, but if I say feelings, I'm talking about emotions. If I say how you feel, it's more like a deeper inner thing. So anyway, I just want to put that out there because I know how sometimes I get to talking and maybe I may say the wrong thing, but um, so I wanted to talk about how it's important that we understand that we have other lives that we have experienced before we came here. We have people, not people. When I say people, I'm not talking about the flesh. I'm talking about people as far as energies. Like when you lose someone, a loved one, and you know that although they have moved on to a different realm, they're still here with you because it's their energy that you feel connected to. When we light the candles for our loved ones, it's the energy field. Because if you didn't know, we are all nothing but a ball of energy, and energy never dies. Energy only can transmute or transform. So with that being said, think about all the lives that you have lived and all the people that you had connections with. And I know for some of you it may be hard to think like that because some of you are so and I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but some people are so surface level, and I'm not bashing on any of you who are like that because I get everyone is different. We all are on a journey. We all on the path. Some of us are here, you know, under contract. Some of us are here to, you know, we all got different reasons for the purposes of being here in this journey. But my point is, we all have past energies that also knows us, not us as in the person who you are in this lifetime with the name that you was giving in this lifetime, but you have loved ones that's connected to your energy field, your soul, because our soul is eternal. Understand that, and our flesh is only temporarily. And it's so important for us to understand that because I think that sometimes that's why I think it's so important not to get too caught up into certain things in this world, especially when it comes down to temptations. And when I say temptations, I mean like those things that it's only temporarily. It's only going to give you a temporary like pleasure, and then once it's gone, it's gone. And although I understand that love is something very deep and something very passionate, especially when you meet that special one that you may feel like is your soulmate. But in reality, sometimes our soulmate can be someone who we connected to in a past life. And when you and a soulmate, when I say a soulmate, this don't necessarily have to be just an intimate relationship. This can be any kind of soulmate, a friendship, or a bond between father and daughter, a bond between father and son, a bond between sisters, brother, any type of like. When I think about the soulmate, the first thing I'm thinking about is soul, because obviously the name soul is in soulmate. Soul is an eternal thing. It's it's like when I think about it, for some reason, I keep thinking like of essence. Like when you smell something, it's like it's so there. Like it's you know that it's there. You sense it, you smell it, you want more of it. You love that sense, you love that smell. But eventually, that smell fades away, and it's just like, yeah, like your favorite cologne, your favorite perfume. It's like you keep getting it, but it's like you get it because you want it. But it's like, I know this might sound crazy, as a song, but yeah, for some reason when I'm thinking, why would you say essence with soulmate? I'm asking myself that literally, and my angels are like, no, just it relates to people the way it relates to people. And going back to what I was saying, um, like I was saying, just that soul is something that is just so. It smells good. It feels good. It feels like it was meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just you're locked in forever. Like that best friend, or like that. It's like a bond. It's a connection. It's a covenant that two people mate. When I think about mate, it's two people coming together. It's like that ball of emotions, and then it's like coming together as one. It's like I never want to lose you. When you meet somebody who treats you and make you feel like you can be your true authentic self at all times, just funny, silly, it's like to the point where you don't even feel embarrassed anymore. The things that you may feel embarrassed about around other people, around that soulmate, it doesn't feel like that. You feel like it's home. Like literally, like when we leave like these suits and we return back, like that person makes you feel like you're there, and we're not there yet. Because in reality, this is not our home. This is not our home. We come here and we leave. Where are we coming from, and where are we going to? Home. So, getting a little deeper now. So it's this thing called the Akashic Records, and with the Akashic Record, it have a it's kind of like I don't want to say a list, or it's like a record of everything that's to come, the past, the present, and the future. It's already written. It's everybody's destiny. It's like the secret book that no one knows about, that we do, but we forget. It's like everything that we remember, we will forget. And everything that we forget, we will remember. And that's funny because that had came to me when I was writing in my journal the other day, and I wrote that down. And yesterday I had got a message, and it took me back to what I just said in my journal. And now it's going back again, third time's a charm, of me speaking about it with you guys. And I wasn't even expecting to speak on that, but it came out. And what I realized was, like, sometimes we will have such deep soul connections, and we don't even understand how many times we done been here, to the point where, just like God is having an experience through us, the reason why God chooses to have so many of us to have the experience through is because I believe that it's the joy of having the different experience. Because you have to think about it, when we know that when we know we have to go somewhere and we're going on an assignment, who wants to keep going on the same assignment? That's like going on the same journey. When you go, even your favorite restaurant, like, yeah, we love going to our favorite restaurant. Yeah, we love going to our favorite, whatever it may be, your favorite thing to do. But it's like, sometimes it's like, if you, like for me, for example, let me use a perfect example. I love to swim. I absolutely love going to the pool. I love the beach, but I don't like swimming at the beach. But when it comes down to the pool, I love it. Like, I can literally, I'm one of those people who I want to have a pool in the back of my house, because I probably swim like maybe 3-4 times a week. But honestly, can I see myself swimming 7 days a week and then another 7 days? No. Even your favorite food itself, when you keep tasting the same thing, it gets boring. You get tired of it. You want to experience something different. It's like, it's okay to like something a lot, but it's always unhealthy to overdo anything. So Just think about it. Think about you and your soulmate, coming here and you're doing this so many times, and every time you do it, it's like you're doing it together. It's like you're locked in. But when you do it so many times, you realize, like, yes, we are doing this together, but what if we do it a little different this time? What if this time, instead of me coming back and we being besties, what if we be enemies? What if I become your enemy or you become my enemy in order for us to learn from each other? What if in order for me, how about I be your enemy? Because I don't want anybody else to do it. Because I know that the person who chooses to be your enemy in this journey, what if that person is the person who's going to elevate you to the next level? What if I love you so much that I'm willing to sacrifice being your enemy in this lifetime, because I know that after that lifetime you will remember everything and you'll understand and know that even though I acted like I envied you, I truly loved you. And you ever heard the phrase when they say that envy is just a strong envy and hate is just another way of really, like, someone's really showing how much they admire you. Like, and then it makes me think, like, have we ever, and like, I've been thinking a lot lately too about good and bad, and how people say we all got good and we all got badness, which we do, light and darkness. But in reality, if God made us in his image and we have light and dark in us, then how can the darkness be bad? And I notice that a lot of times when people reach that level of enlightenment, when they want to do something and have a dramatic shift in their life, it starts off with them in the dark. And me personally, from my own experience, I have had a lot of people bully me as a child, and I was bullied all the way, throughout my childhood, honestly, to the point where it made me want to snap back and fight back, because I got tired of being bullied. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that at one point in time I became the bully. I was so tired of being bullied that I became one myself, because I felt like, well, you gotta be, because if you lay down, everybody's just gonna run over you. So maybe you just gotta be a little loud. And that didn't work, too long for me, because I just felt like I always been a nice person. Like, I don't like mean girls. Like, I never, even when I did become like the little bully, it's like only time I bully people is when I feel like they fuck with me first. I never been like the type of girl to go out looking for issues with other females. I'm more that girl who wanna, give a girl a compliment. I'm a girl's girl, and I always been like that. So even though, like I said, I went through my little bullying stage, it was only because it's like you poked the bear, so the bear came out. However, my whole point, though, even talking about all this, is I'm trying to get you guys to see that it's so much here that we don't understand. And I feel like the way that this world was programmed, it was programmed so that we can be lost and not understand, because the more we understand, the more wisdom, the more enlightenment we give each other, the more we will see each other in each other's images, and the more we will have more respect for each other's, and the more that we will respect each other's position and not hold grudges and not get too deep into the emotions. Understand that when someone makes you angry, even the enemy, don't let your emotions get the best of you, because what you may not know is that that person that you may perceive to be the enemy was your mother in the past life, was your best friend, that's your soulmate in your past life, your husband in your past life, that man who keeps dogging you out and cheating on you, you keep running back to him and you keep running around. Why I have this connection with this man? Why can't I shake him? Because it wasn't meant for you to be with him, for one, and you keep going back because it's a soul connection connected with y'all. But it was meant for him to be in your life enough in order for you to evolve into the woman that understands her value, understands her worth. That man, that woman, that soul, I hear Spirit saying, so let's take the feminine and the masculine out of it. Because when we return back home, none of that matters. Home is love. We come back in this realm disguising ourselves as different people in our love mates' lives. In our loved ones, I said love mate. Well, loved one, love mate, same thing. Y'all get what I'm saying? And we do that in different ways because, like I just said, we want something different. Even though to us it may seem like a little while being here because we're actually in the presence, but in the spirit realm, we only here for a second. Literally, like, and it's crazy. So if we're gonna be here for a second, we're gonna come back home, and we know that home is where love is, home is where we're going to reunite, home is every time we go out. Just like when you think about it, every time you go to the grocery store, you go to work, you're not thinking about, oh, well, let me make sure that I open the door this certain way, let me make sure that I park in this certain spot every single day. You're not thinking that. You're just going out about your day, doing different things. And the most important thing about the day is that you know that at the end of the day, you're going to return home to your loved ones, your security, your temple, your comfort. And with that being said, that's the same way we look at it when we take on journeys and assignments, or we have to come back here to learn karmic lessons that we haven't maybe grasped in the last lifetime. And when we choose to come, like I said, we don't want to have that same experience. We already had that experience. We understand that the love and the bond and connection that we have with our true loved ones, our soulmates, our bloodline, it's never going to go anywhere. It's eternal. We know that. We know that we'll probably be here 1,000 more years doing the same thing over and over again. I may have been the mother, the daughter, the enemy, the killer of certain people. Some people will literally maybe come back to make up for what they did to certain people that they know they have mistreated. Understand there's so many different bloodlines, so many different scenarios and reasons why people, and most importantly, understand that it's not even about that. It ain't even about us. It's really about the frequency of the earth. Because one thing about us, and we're eternal, we're going to keep on going through this cycle and going through this cycle until we understand the power that we hold. One thing about it is the earth going to still be here. And understand what controls the vibration of the earth. Do y'all know what controls it? It's damn sure ain't the earth itself. It's us. We're on the earth. So if I have to come back here to be an enemy of my loved one, or to have karmic ties with someone, I'm going to do what I got to do on a mission, because I know that when I finish this mission, I'm going to come out wiser, and my loved ones are too. And I understand that what life is about is more than just lust. It's more than just sexuality. Because when it all boils down to both of those minor things that we can experience here as a human, it doesn't really matter when we leave. The emotions that we're feeling here, it trickles and it moves and it elevates like the roller coaster. It's always moving up and down. But what's really important is how you truly feel inside. Because understand that someone putting you on an emotional roller coaster can shift you on a whole nother level. Pain is the best teacher. I used to think that it was good to have someone so much like you around you. Because I felt like, good vibes, good vibes. And don't get me wrong, yes, good vibes. But don't be a fool and think that you're going to be surrounded by good your whole life and think that you're never going to see bad and you're going to still evolve. You're meant to go through things for you to evolve. The more you go through, the more wisdom you gain. The more lessons you go through, the more you learn how to navigate. Your lessons is what guide us. The storms coming through, and it when it leaves, everything be out of place. Nothing is nowhere where it was before it. It shakes up everything. Sometimes you have to rebuild. So I just want you guys to, and I'm really gonna try to sit myself too to really start looking at this perspective, in my own life with my own situations, in relationships that I have with others, and start to really appreciate those who you feel like maybe didn't treat you right. Appreciate those who still say they love you, but you feel like, how can they love me when they don't show me that? Like, you don't understand. Like, that's because that very thing that you felt like you was missing, that you voided, that you needed, Spirit is using them to show you that all you truly needed was self-love. Because when you gain self-love, no one can disrespect you. When you gain self-love, you reach a level of understanding that no one's truly the enemy but yourself. A hurt person or hurt a hurt person. Hurt people hurt people. So hurt people are also going through the emotions. A healed person, yes, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a healed person will never feel anything or go through, when something happens, but they understand that the self-love that they have for themselves will not allow them to stay in a low vibration for anything, because everything here is evolving, even yourself. And if something bad happened or something that hurt you, that hurt was meant for you to grow from it. So embrace the bad times. Embrace the times when people, gossip about you or may talk down on you and make you feel like you're unworthy or anything of that sort. Anything. Embrace the times when you feel like you deserve better. Because it took for you to go through that, for you to realize that I deserve better. So a lot of times we thank God, but we forget to thank the person who hurt us, the person who lit that fire in the first place. God allowed it to happen, but that person chose that assignment to allow it to happen. And they understood that it was going to make you a better person. And the crazy thing about that is, as we are in the present on our journey, we don't see it like that. The enemy don't, nor do we. So just think about that, y'all. Just think about what I just said. And I heard Spirit say that phrase when they say the enemy riding right beside you in the car. How about we learn to love our enemies? because we understand that they understood what they was going to be doing in this lifetime connected to our lifetime. And the funny thing, I see spirit showing me like two best friends, and they become rivals. They choose to become rivals in a lifetime where they just despise each other. Every time they click up, it's always something to make them just fall out. But although they keep falling out, it's something about that person that they still have that love for them. It's like, I can't stand this bitch, but I love this bitch, but I just can't be around her. If you know, you know. Spirit is saying, now that same love that you have for that person, now imagine when y'all leave this journey and y'all both meet again and y'all both sit back with y'all popcorn watching the movie over again. Like, girl, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. And when you sit back and when you look at it in that way with all love, and it's like kind of like when your mama, like when you get older and your mama and daddy always like used to do things to piss you off when you was a kid, and when you get older you realize like, damn, I was so fucking bad, and the whole time all you were trying to do is just love me and put me in the right direction, allow me to grow. Sometimes the very thing that we despise doing is the very thing that we need. Sometimes we be running away from issues and problems and we don't want to deal with anything, but spirit put them problems and issues in your life not for you to deal with them in a negative way, but for you to master them to the point where you become aligned with your higher self so much to the point where everything that's meant to distract you or to have you bothered become unbothering you, pretty much. Because when you start to truly be unbothered by anything that the enemy is sending your way, you are truly choosing the choice of bliss and happiness in your life at all times. You're choosing not to let anyone steal your joy from you. And your loved ones, not just from this life, but from your past life, they want that for you. They want you to get to the point where you can be a being of light. Not just for others, but also feel that within your own soul. Even if it takes for them to hurt you a little bit, maybe a lot of bit. Some of us might be a little stubborn, but whatever it takes, they want that for you because they want you to have and experience true happiness in this realm, and you want the same for them. So, yeah, understand the difference between your emotions when you're going through the phases and you feel certain ways, and then time passes and you don't feel that way about that person anymore. You never notice that. Because we come from the source. Source is love. That's where we come from. We're in the realm where we can get caught up in our emotions. But even though we can get caught up in the emotions where it's up and down, up and down, up and down, we still have something deep inside of us, our intuition. It's something that we feel deep, that we can never escape. That feeling when someone hurts you that you love, but you still have love for them. That unconditional love, that is God essence inside of you. So my main point is love everyone, even your enemies, because your enemies truly isn't even your enemies. It's just the way that it's perceived. Everything that we remember, we will forget. And everything that we forget, we will one day remember. And I want to end it off with that message because I really want that to sit with you guys. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this deep, deep channel message. I definitely think this was the right place to record it. So maybe that's why Spirit had to just sit on me for a couple of days, because Spirit wanted me to come out here by the water and by this beautiful nature so I can share this message of love with the world. So I love you guys so very much, and so does the Holy Spirit. And until next time, toodles, guys.